Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the She's Next Level podcast. It's your girl Darsh, and I am super excited to dive into today's podcast episode because, again, like any other episode, it's always the lessons, my journey, the experiences that I've had that really help me help you better in your journey as well, especially as women, because we often feel like something that we go through may not be something else that someone else goes through, or it may be something that, it's only you, but oftentimes we all go through the same shit. So super excited to dive in. But before I do, I wanted to kind of give you guys a little update. I am going to Thailand and Bali for the next a little over 2 weeks. And I'm so excited. Guys, if you want to follow me behind the scenes, I'm going to be on Insta. My Instagram is Darsh Vibes, DARSHVIBESS. Follow me on there because I'm going to take you guys on the trip with me as much as I obviously can, because I also want to be present and have fun. And that is super important for me, like no matter what. But I am going to be on there more active. And the podcast episodes I have pre-recorded. So if you are listening to this one, it obviously is recorded before I went out to Bali and Thailand, but I am dedicated to you guys. I'm committed, and I'm still going to be showing up for you guys as much as I possibly can. So without further ado, let's get into today's podcast episode. All around receiving, guys. Okay. I want to know what comes first, like the first thought that pops in your mind when you think about receiving. Because I feel like this topic is obviously so wildly known in the personal development world. And there's so many different ways that people talk about it. And I've noticed when I was sitting down and I was like, how do I want to talk about this episode around receiving? How do I want to like explain receiving and what it means to me and how I have become a better receiver? In fact, I've become the best motherfucking receiver that I know because I have been through the journey that I have been through. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of that in today's podcast episode. But I just want you to think about it. And I really do feel like the way that I'm going to explain it to you guys in this episode is going to really help it make it easy for you to receive. Like everything that I do and the heart and center of everything I do in my life and in my work is to make things simple, digestible, and fucking easy, because there's a lot of things out there that are overcomplicated than it needs to be. Things don't need to be like that. And that has been a big soul lesson for me, is like trying to fucking complicate things because, oh my God, it can't be that easy, right? Like, how many times have we done that? So we are done doing that. The way that I'm going to break this down for you is finally going to make it fucking click in your motherfucking brain. Get in there, stay in there, and help you become a better receiver. In fact, a masterful receiver, because that is what we're going for. We're going for the best of the best. And I will be the first to tell you guys, my experience and my journey with receiving has not been like rainbows and roses. It's been a fucking journey since I was a kid. You know, I was a kid that was a dreamer. I was also a rebel. Like I always wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to explore the world. I had this sense of curiosity and that childlike wonder. And I remember like anytime I would ask my parents for anything, like they would make me feel, I would at least feel guilty around anything that I would ask for, because even though my parents did have money, like I would say we were like middle class, they still acted like it was too much, or like we weren't allowed to have more than what we already have, and why weren't we grateful for what we had, right? And so it was a lot of this like feeling of guilt, and I was quick to give. Like if anything, I was taught that giving is the way of life. Like you're selfish if you're, always wanting to receive and you're not giving. Like you have to give if you allow yourself to receive as well. Like how many times have we felt that as well? Like anytime we receive something, now we instantly feel like we need to give back, right? So I grew up with all of those things, feeling guilty and feeling like I would tend to overgive. And I did that a lot in my life, of overgiving, oversharing, just because I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to feel worthy of receiving if that person ever gave me anything. But even when that person, gave me anything, even when I would overgive to somebody or whatever, like I would still feel guilty, like deep down. And I know a lot of women struggle with this and feel this way. Like, too much to even fucking admit. So I'm going to be the one to give you permission that it's okay if you felt that way, but it's time to stop. It's time to turn the tables, and it's time to really understand what receiving fully means, what it means to be able to allow yourself to receive, and how you can do that in a way that feels good, in a way that feels easy, so that you can start to expand your potential. You can start to expand your quality of life. I just want to say, for the women out there that are independent women, girl, I used to be an independent woman myself, and I still am, but I'm not like 100% fully like, I got this, like I don't need no support, right? And so for the women out there that are independent women, especially speaking to you about this, because here's the thing about receiving that I want you to know is that receiving gets to be easy when you allow it to be. Okay, I want to say that again. Receiving gets to be easy when you allow it to be. Giving and receiving is a part of life. It is a natural part of life as a human being here on earth with interpersonal relationships, right? Everyone that we interact with. And if you've ever felt guilty to receive, it's because your perception is out of unconditional love. And we talk a lot about unconditional love in the previous episodes. If you have not listened to that, I highly recommend you dive in there, because I really lay out the foundation of unconditional love and what it really means to be an unconditional love, and like how that is the ultimate foundation to really overall improve the quality of your life and how you feel in your life, your happiness, your fulfillment, satisfaction, especially when it comes to receiving as well. Because you see, when you receive, you give. And when you give, you receive. Okay, so when you're giving to somebody, you receive that fulfillment, you receive that joy of the reaction of that person and what it means to contribute. You feel that sense of contribution, that sense of belonging, right? And when you receive, you give that to that person. You give those feelings to that person, especially when you receive with love and appreciation. In fact, when I was working on rewiring my subconscious mind around receiving, this was one of the very things that I was rooting to, emotionally connecting to, and reminding myself of how I get to receive with love and appreciation, because love and appreciation is what every single person wants to feel. And so when I allow myself to receive with love and appreciation, that is what I'm giving to others. So go ahead and take that along with you. Start doing that, because that's going to move the needle a lot for you when it comes to feeling safe, training your body and your nervous system to feel safe in receiving. But just remembering that of like, when you give, you receive, and when you receive, you also give back to that person. So I'm going to be breaking down two skills that you want to focus on that are like needle moving skills, because we like to be efficient here. We like to not do the most and still get the most, right? Like, we like to move efficiently. So these are the two skills that I have not heard anyone talk about. And this is what, when I was like sitting with this, I was like, yeah, this is what has allowed me to become a masterful receiver. If you can just hone in on these two skills that I'm going to be talking about, you are going to be a far better receiver than you probably ever imagined yourself to be. The first skill is your ability to be open-minded. Okay. Now I know you're going to be like, bitch, what? Like, stay with me here, because it's easy to say that you're open-minded. But if you really were to think back of all the times of like when you were, overly focused on the how of a situation, or trying to control a situation because you want it to go the way that you want it to go, right? We have done this all the fucking time. I know I have. And that right there, in those like tiny nuancy ways, you are not being open-minded, and you are blocking your ability to receive when you do that. So I want you to think about this. I want you to take inventory. Your ability to be open-minded is essentially releasing the how for any situation, any outcome, anything that happens in your life, because you are open to receive the how. You're open to receive the avenue of how your manifestation, what you want, what you desire is going to come in. So for example, recently, this was a great lesson for me, but obviously you guys know that I've, shut down my business last year in June, and like my tattoo business, and like I've been working on, my podcasts, helping people heal. Like that is like my purpose and like my actual business that I want to step into, like my dream. And so I've been working on that and I have not turned it into a business yet. Like I have been creating content, I've been super consistent, building my community, but I haven't have an offer out there yet, right? And my goal is to at least make $5,000 a month. And that is like my goal. So I had decided that I was going to start looking for part-time serving jobs to help me like work part-time, make some money to support myself and be able to support my business and everything, just get some cash flow coming in. And so I did do that and I found one place that I really, really liked. You guys ever been there? It's called Joey. I know they have one in LA and they have one here in the Bay Area. And I really like the vibe of the place and I really like my want for it was so high, which is also like not the best thing. And that can be a topic for another episode. But my want was really high for it. So I was like working on neutralizing that. And I, for some reason, I was just, it was like the sense of attachment. I was like, this is how it's going to come in because this feels good to me. Like this has everything that I want in it. Like this is how, right? Well, turns out that I didn't get the job. And obviously I have my nervous system regulation tools. I have my subconscious mind tools to really help me not go down a spiral of making it mean anything about me, especially when it is something that I actually genuinely wanted, right? Then I realized I was like, well, first of all, my goal is to make $5,000 a month, right? Like that is the intention. So who the fuck am I to limit myself and put myself in a box of like this is the way that it's going to come through, even if that option was super attractive to me, right? Like there's so many other ways that money can come through. I am blocking my ability to receive the money, the avenues of the way the money can come through to me by being focused on the how. Like I was so overly focused on the how, I was not being open-minded. So I want you guys to think about any scenario in your life where you may have done this and not have had an open mind. I know a lot of women do this in their career, financially, right? Like, this is the way, this feels good. I realized, well, wait a minute, I can still take clients in from my old business. So I have restarted that again and it's still there. Nothing has changed. Like, I still get people inquiring. So I reopen that avenue again, right? For the like on the side. And then I'm still going to be looking for part-time jobs and still keep that avenue open. And I'm still going to take the step forward in creating an offer for you guys so that you guys have the opportunity to work with me, for me to help you in the way that you need. And I'm going to be working on that, which will be coming soon after I come back from my trip, by the way. But like I am opening myself up and I'm staying open-minded because I'm like, you know what? Maybe there is a better option out there for me. Like maybe there is a better way for me to make money that I haven't realized. Maybe there's another serving restaurant place that I would actually feel happier with and I could even make more money, or maybe if even if I didn't make more money, I would just be happier. Like there's so many different factors that come into play. Me being open-minded to truly let go and be okay is allowing me to be a better receiver because I'm open to receiving the ideas, which I've already have been receiving even more ideas as I've been more on board with where my higher self is taking me with my business and like the offers that I want to create for you guys. Your awareness really opens up when you have an open mind of like what's possible, right? That is the thing about having an open mind, is you open up possibilities for yourself for you to receive. And that is the key, is having that abundant mindset, that open mindset. And that really makes you a better receiver. It helps you become more resourceful. And ultimately, honestly, it makes life more fun. And we're here to have fun, baby girl. I'm here to have fun. The second skill, guys, is self-trust. And I have talked about this before, but I really do feel like one of the most important skills that you can ever develop is self-trust. And the way I'm going to explain it, I really hope it lands for you because it's such a nuanced topic of something that a lot of women struggle with. And when I mean self-trust is I mean, you feel safe in the unknown. And this is where a lot of women don't feel safe, right? Because of societal programming. And especially if you're a woman that's ambitious, you're independent and you've been programmed this way, you've been in your masculine for so long, like feeling safe in the unknown of like not knowing what's going to happen, but still feeling safe, still trusting yourself, knowing that you have the ability and you're capable of figuring things out regardless of what happens. You are completely detached from any expectations, any outcomes. Because of that, you're able to trust yourself because you know that you got you. You know you got your own back. And you trust that you're always being guided. I think having a strong spiritual connection to your higher self, to source, whoever you believe in. I believe in source. And I believe in my higher self, which is the highest expression of you that is always guiding you. And your higher self and source are always in collaboration, working together. But your higher self is always guiding you, regardless of whether you are aware of it or not, through your intuition. And it's really interesting because in my journey, like I have had like this deep inner knowing and like self trust within me of like just knowing what I want. But I have obviously been influenced a lot in my life, right? As we all have, even if we knew what we wanted, or even if we know deep down what's true for us. Sometimes your emotions can override. Sometimes the societal influence can really fuck with you in the head and get you, right? For like all the things that we see, all the distractions out there. And that's totally okay. And for me, that has been a big case in my life of like me just doing things because it would get me a certain outcome or because I would be, seen as successful or loved and even though I trusted myself to a certain extent, I it was like another level of trust that I didn't have, and the trust in letting go of control of outcomes, the trust of like the unknown, the trust in that knowing that things are going to work out for me even if it seemed like it wasn't going to work out for me, or that I will be safe. I will be supported. I will always be guided. Like I didn't really have that big backbone, and I would always find myself like in survival mode. I would always find myself feeling unsafe and feeling like I had to be on top of things and control things and like be hyper alert, hyper vigilant because I didn't trust that I would be taken care of, especially not knowing, right, in the unknown. When you're in that in between phase, like we've all had those situations, we've all had those like times in our lives where we felt that way. Like those were the times that were really fucking testing. And it was like a deeper layer of trust that was required from me, of trusting from a place of unconditional love and knowing that I got my own back, and even if whatever happens, like I will be fine, versus operating from a survival mindset and thinking that, yeah, I do trust myself. But when you dig deeper, you're like, do I really trust myself? So it has been a journey. I've been training my intuition for over a year now, and it definitely has helped me solidify my inner trust with myself, my higher self, source. Like it has really helped me trust in the unknown more as I've been working on safety for the past couple of months. And I know that we've all been let down before, right? And I do still feel like self trust is such a foundation because you at the end of the day, you more than anybody else. And so nobody else could ever know what you need. Only you can. And so it's always important to trust what feels right. I always will say from here on out, ever since I started training my intuition, is that the best thing you can do for yourself is heal the parts of you that you need to heal in your body to be more connected with your body, because a lot of women are disconnected and therefore disconnected from their intuition, so it makes it harder for them to trust themselves. And so do what you need to do to heal your body, heal your mental physical health, and be more connected with your body. Because I can tell you, like, I was that person that was so disconnected. I was literally operating from a survival mode and like logic, and I can tell the difference of how I was before versus how I am now. Your body tells you so much. It is so smart. And I can literally tell when something's off in my body. And when I like my intuition is like right there, hand in hand, and it's like I can like feel what's going on, and it's always motherfucking accurate. Like it's always spot on. It's really cool. But obviously, like I had to go through that healing my body, healing my mind, like healing myself in certain ways that I have to get myself even more connected with my body, more connected with my intuition to help me trust myself more. And knowing that there is no right or wrong answer will set you free and will help you trust yourself more. Just even starting with that, getting rid of motherfucking labels and allowing yourself to move through alignment. And this happens when you personally stop to label things as right or wrong. When you see the unconditional love and the perfection in every fucking thing outside of you, that is when you're able to find it easier for you to do it within you. So these two skills go hand in hand, because when you start to allow yourself to be more open-minded, you then start to trust yourself more. You then start to move from this place of curiosity and openness to be able to see what's possible out there for you. You're able to be more open to receive because of that. It makes you excited to learn. It makes you excited to explore what's out there, and it makes you more magnetic to receive. So ultimately, it makes you more open to receive because you have not blocked any way for your manifestation to come through. Like the money example that I talked about. I'm being open to the way the money comes through. I don't care how the $5,000 a month comes through. I'm just being open and I'm listening to my intuition. I'm trusting myself. I'm being more open-minded to, be open to receive in the way that it wants to come through. Even with dating, for example, like I know a lot of people talk shit about the dating apps out there, right? But are you blocking yourself off from a potential pathway that your future man can come through, right? Being open to all the avenues of the way that your manifestation can come through is what makes you the best receiver, because you are open to the possibilities, because you're open to the way that it can come through. So I want you guys to focus on these two skills and start with the open mindedness, because when you do, you will start to notice, you'll start to feel more happier. You'll start to feel more at peace, more at ease in your life. It'll just start to feel easier for you to receive because you're so open, because you're so curious, because you're so trusting of yourself and what you know that you need, and knowing that you're okay. Like you'll always be okay. You're safe no matter what. And ultimately, you will start to take more aligned action this way because you will know what's right for you. You'll be open to the possibilities and expand your level of consciousness, expand your level of awareness to what's out there. So I want you guys to take baby steps with this, okay? We are not in a fucking race, okay? Consider life as a marathon. And there's not even an end fucking goal, right? It's part of the journey. The joy is in the journey. And so make small changes, like start with being open-minded, start making small changes every day of like, where can I be more open-minded in my life and be open to a certain outcome or possibility? Where can I start to like detach from letting go of like certain outcomes out there because I'm being closed-minded in the way that something can come through for me? How can I open up myself more? How can I physically take action by being open to what I do? Like for the job example that I showed you guys, for me, I'm like completely open to the way the money can come through. Where can I be more open-minded? If it's dating, like that example I gave, where can I maybe start to go in person to maybe hotels or like nicer places to potentially meet somebody, but also have a good time? Or maybe I could start that dating app and just be open, right? There's no expectation, there's no attachment, you're just being open. So let me know what you guys take away from this episode. And really, the point is to start implementing shit. Don't just fucking listen, okay? Implement one small thing, like start with open-mindedness, implement something, let me know how it goes for you, let me know how things start shifting and turning for you. It will take repetition and practice. Like this is not going to happen overnight, but if you really do focus on these two needle moving skills, like I'm telling you, because it's happened for me, because I've lived through this, it'll make you a masterful receiver far more than anything, any other modality, anything else that someone else tells you. Like this is going to move the needle for you. So hit me up on Instagram, Darsh Vibes, DARSH VIBESS. Let me know what your takeaways are from this episode. Also, share this episode with a friend. I know we can all become better receivers out there, especially as women. You know, this is the heart of a woman. This is like the feminine core of being a woman, is being a receiver and being the best motherfucking receiver. This is the essence of feminine energy. So send it to your fellow friend and help her out too. We're all here to like help each other out, grow the community. Also, leave me a 5-star review, guys. I really want to grow this podcast, get this in the hands of more amazing, beautiful women like you, grow the community, help more people. So help me help you. Hit me up on Instagram. Let's connect and let me know if you guys want me to talk about any certain topics that you have in mind, any questions that you guys have. I'm more than happy to also consider those things. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.